finished. Thank you.
Yes.
The menacing skeletal guardian looks at you wearily, then yawns.
So you dare defy the will of Brachus Rex, prepare to die, and so on and so forth. Let's get this over with. Why wouldn't I be? Every so often, some interloper goes and undoes one of Brachus Rex's curses, and I must murder the poor sod. I hope this brings the discussion to an end. I don't like being roused from slumber, only to be greeted by such banality. It's dark and dirty, though still a paradise of a sort. I cannot say what nightmares or delights await the fully dead. In a few moments, I dare say you will discover that information firsthand.
She moans impatiently and taps her bony foot.
Yes, I know he's dead. I am still obligated to perform his wishes. He may not live, but the threat of his curse hangs over me. Who is to say? Could any curse be more grave than this interminable conversation? Now, let's get down to business. All this talking exhausts me.
Flames are extinguished. Thank you.
The curse is lifted. Thank you, stranger.
The fire is quenched. Thank you.
Ready.
shield. Let him lift you on his shoulders.
My father?
Out of the frying.
More dead magisters.
Master! Master, wake up! Master, wake up! Bones! Attack bones! Then sorcerer! Flash! She ran! Bones gone! Master, sleep! Wake up! He might! What's dead? Ever? Ever?
The dog is blinded by its muzzle, but it turns its face toward you, waiting for your answer. As she considers your statement, her nostrils start to twitch. She lifts her head and takes a long drag of the air around her.
Sorcerer! You! Hello. Master! Wake up! Never ever, never ever! Dead! Sleep! Wake up! Never, never ever, never ever! Dead is sleep forever!
Beg you, make me whole.
The woman traces glyphs in the air, and you cringe, expecting a barrage of ice and fire.
More dead magisters.
Master! Mommy might! What's dead? Master! Master! Bones! Attack bones! Then he might! What's dead? Ever?
The dog is blinded by its... As she considers...
Sorcerer! Hello, Master! Dead!
The dog's tail starts to wag, frantic.
Master! Why? Yes! Sorceress! Bat! Kill! But... Master... Nice! Rub! Food! Friend! Love! Master dead!
The woman traces glyphs in the air, and you cringe, expecting a barrage of ice and fire. Instead, a bit of smoke sputters forth. She cries to the skies in frustration, in a recognizable rail-thin rasp.
My lord, I've loved you. I've obeyed you. What's my sin? How long must I suffer?
She sees you approach and punches her fist in your direction. Her face flushes red. It's her, the one that destroyed the ship to Fort Joy.
You are my sin. He is the judge, and he has condemned your kind. I smell the stench of your guilt with every goddamn breath you take.
She turns her head to the heavens once more.
I offer this sacrifice to you. Return me to your side. Make me whole. You won't come between us again.
Magisters aren't the only ones looking for me, but... Who is it? And why?
You thought hard on the location of your fortune before passing. You wanted an elf to find it. You urge whoever tastes your flesh to go and enjoy what you cannot. You see him coming for you. You saw what he did to the others. You pray, you pray, you pray, you pray. You hardly recognize him, but there he is, Alexander. You're shocked to see a sorcerer's collar around his neck. He seems so different now compared to how he looked back in school. You had a taste for wine and ale, as well as a variety of other sensual pleasures. Life is a coffer replete with countless delights. You are nothing. You are no one. You do not exist. Not really. So many years twinkle behind you like distant stars, tiny but beautiful. You smell wheat ale. You hear a chorus in a tavern. You feel joy.
What's this? I found something.
Can you feel it, human? You understand, then? Ashes and bone litter the island, but where death comes, life rises. The sweetest scents flourish in the deepest tombs. Tell me, do you like roses? Apathy. A more dangerous attitude than pure malice. I fear my musings have taken up too much of your time already. I bid you farewell. I am not convinced, but I can tell you this. Move southeast and delve downward. There, find the blackest of roses. What happens then, I leave to you.
You are floating a few inches above the ground. Your friends are impressed. You bask in their hoots and hollers. Your favorite party trick. Your mind is empty as a new moon. Something seems to have cleared it out, scrubbed the corners, bleached the halls. The nothingness is oddly comfortable.
Do not believe what you have been told. Beauty is not skin deep. Can you feel it, human? It is carrion and aromatic herbs, carried on the wind as one. You understand, then, the sweetest scents flourish in the deepest tombs. Tell me, do you like roses? In that case, I think you would appreciate the blackest of roses. Look deep in the earth to the southeast, where the revolting see, a dark figure wanders there. She understands these roses, why they take root. A witch. Allow her to guide you, traveler. Now go.
Stand off, stranger. Friend or foe?
She searches your face. A grin spreads upon her own.
I suppose you're right. All right, then you can pass. But I suggest you don't. I suggest you turn around and head another direction entirely. The Magisters have a shrieker up there. It killed my friend. May have killed that Magister too. I wouldn't tangle with it alone. Fact, I wouldn't tangle with it at all. Now's your chance. Just wander up the path there. But I sincerely suggest you don't do that. If you like living.
She gives you a long look.
Well then, if we're going to be friends, let me mark your map. See this place? There are others hiding there. You should join them. You're welcome. Once Gareth emerges from the keep there, he and I will join you directly. He may be interested in you. Me? Not so much. You're in the right place, but I'd find another way to proceed if I were you.
She turns her attention back along the path. You are dismissed.
We've already had our...
She turns her attention...
Magisters? Here? I thought these marshes were abandoned.
To arms! The dead are back. Keep an eye out for their void-woken pets.
Can't believe we lost so many men and still...
The Magisters scramble for their weapons, but pause as the smoke clears.
You've more flesh on your bones than our last visitors. Who are you?
can't believe we lost so many men and still never got through the last gate.
A couple of skeletons will be nothing, but they've been relentless. Undead and void-woken both, attacking in waves. And then this Seeker arrived. I wouldn't be surprised if the source-ridden scum is in league with them too. Same thing that happens to all sorcerers. He'll be taken to Fort Joy and his wickedness will be dealt with. Before he can take the fool alive, but you haven't answered my question. Who are you?
Follow the cart to the Lady Then Go.
to none. is mine! Your courage in the face of danger is inspiring, my friend. Lucian guided your blows rightly.
His eyes travel from your face to your feet, then back again.
You're clearly no magister. Dirty face, haphazard garb. How'd you come to be here? Name's Gareth. I'm a seeker. I can give you shelter and hope. Because no blade is buried in your belly. Not mine, and certainly not a magister's. We offer sanctuary, sorcerer. I'll mark a safe place on your map. Come when you're ready. Friends await you there.
His eyes scan the horizon and then settle on yours. A moment passes.
I can't stay. You shouldn't either. What did Lucian say? Ah, yes. Evil feasts on the indolent. Get yourself to safety, and soon. You'll always have a place at the Seeker's table.
Look, a large ship sits just offshore. I'm guessing that's one of those shriekers. Don't fight.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
Keep moving, friend. I have majesty.
The air out here's a damn...
Ifan nods.
Cornered.
In the battle's aftermath, you suddenly realize the Voidwoken called out your name.
The Void plays tricks. I pay them no heed.
Next time we should ask how it knows us before stomping it to slime.
Voices can't hurt us. Rally round. We've strength in numbers.
Your gaze wanders over the solemn stone face that overlooks the shore. For the briefest of moments, it seems as if its eyes come alive and lock with yours.
What's up with you? You look terrified. What a chicken. Walk, walk, chicken. Here, chicken. You make me sick. What's up with you?
Shinies! I can stand. I'm healed.
You have worked miracles, Simone.
I did all I could, but credit lies elsewhere.
You have my admiration and my thanks. They shall sing your name. I'll make sure of it.
I did my
For a while
best.
there, I
This time it was
one
enough.
foot and both particulars in the whole of Echoes.
You have my admiration and my thanks.
I can stand. I'm here.
Have you heard? Gareth's back. Now we can get out of here. All of us.
Han is absorbed in his own.
Gareth's returned to us. Maybe we'll be able to get out of here alive after all.
Keep your chin up, kid.
Aye.
Those magisters are gonna
1 foot and
keep your chin up.
Mattis rests upon the stool.
Oh, you gave me a... How can I help you? Goodbye.
The young man has abandoned the maps and now prepares his armor with happy urgency. He sees you approach.
Thank you for finding Gareth, stranger. I owe you. We all do. I just hope he's found what we need to get past the Magisters. Then we might actually have a chance at surviving this. Now with Sir Gareth back to lead us, and if I know him, he must have found those source weapons, we might actually have a chance at surviving this.
But I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Did you see? Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
The young man fidgets with...
Was it you who saved Sir Gareth? From the Magisters? 7 praise you, stranger. You don't know what it was like now with Sir Gareth back to lead us. And if I know him, he must have found those source weapons. We might actually have a chance at surviving this.
Blessed Amma, grant these soldiers protection.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
And set their blades aflame.
Did you see? Gareth's back.
No curse.
He's here to take us home.
I pray you see them safe. I pray this in your name.
Hold it together, Leia. You're doing great.
Thank you. You were missed.
Glad you're with us.
Told you, lass. We'll be getting home in no time.
It's good to see you. We were afraid. We were so afraid.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
The air out here is a...
The young man has abandoned the map.
Thank you. Now with...
The air out here is a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh? Me too. Best damn friend a man could have.
He whistles, and the shaggy wolf appears by his side, panting in that way that makes wolves look like they're laughing. The wolf whines and claws at the ground.
Afrid's no pet. He don't take kindly to strangers. Afrid's been howling at my side a long time now. Good old boy appears any time I use Source. You should have seen him rampage on the day the Magisters collared me. If you'd seen that, you'd know to keep your fingers as far from his jaws as you could.
Ivan smiled.
It's peaceful here.
Gareth is back. Gareth is safe.
She throws her arms around you in a tight embrace.
Thank you, thank you. You're so good, so kind, so brave.
She smiles and hugs.
What a beautiful day. What a happy...
My thanks, friend. I can't remember the last time I've seen her smile like that. If there's anything we can do for you, you have only to ask. If you're looking for a man with a plan...
Gareth will help. Gareth will keep us safe. Divine blessings upon you. The sun shines...
Soon enough.
I pray you will bless their armor.
This may do some damage before it breaks forever.
He looks up from his...
Help you?
This one might serve.
The proud man has returned, but yours is the pride, is it not? All in this sanctuary rejoice to have Sir Gareth back, but yours is the glory. Good. You did well. These Seekers were blind without their leader, but you returned their one-eyed king. He is a good man. He will try to do well. But you, I think, will be the one to make the true difference.
The air out here's a damn sight.
Are you certain you want to dismiss? His eyebrows shoot up.
Can't say I'm not sorry to see you. Good luck out there. Might be we'll see each other further down.
Again?
He lifts...
I suppose. You seem more... Very well. Let's be off. I must say, lacking skill. However, they are infuriating when they get in one's skull. Ah, my false faces. Not as fair as my true visage, but better than being seen as a monster. I must say, lacking skin. However, they are infuriating. Well, of course it is. It was crafted with care. 100% ethically harvested from mortals, too. The quality is second to none. Oh, you simply wait until the creature is dead. Preferably of natural causes. Although, that does limit your choices somewhat.
you may end up with quite a few sagging faces. I will never understand why you have so readily accepted aging, or digestion. They are frightful pastimes. Up to a point, certainly. They are frightfully loud. But the selection afterwards is quite good. The faces are often what you might call fixer-uppers. But they're young and quite serviceable, if you get them before the flies do. Poison is preferred, of course. No marks to the face, the subject can be of any age, and death is often quite peaceful. Not for them, of course, but it's significantly more relaxing for me. Given enough time, I must procure... While there are certain unsightly bulges in your clothing, I doubt you are hiding an entire boat in there. It seems supporting the Seekers in their fight to take the Lady Vengeance is the path to follow. I must say, lacking skill... However, they are...
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion? Something has changed. You are you, but more. You are another. You look to your hands, your belly, your feet. Flesh you don't know, molded into unfamiliar shapes. You cradle your aching head, where another's memories and wisdoms mix. Your fingers trace a line from your head to your face, feeling not the creases of the mask, but the porous surface of new skin. You lower your arm, blink twice, and step forward.
I must say, lacking skin may... However, they are in... I must say, lacking skin, however, they are... I must say, lacking skill. However, they...
Are you certain you want...
Yes. Go on then. Play...
I can make this work. Maybe.
Back so soon. Back so...
He grins.
Right you are. Lead the way.
This may serve.
Grant these soldiers your protection. I pray you will strengthen their spells and set their blades aflame. So, you returned Gareth to his flock. I must say, I never thought to see him again.
Did you see? Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
Take heart, Leia. You're stronger than you know.
Thank you.
Divine blessing.
You released.
It's good to see Gareth.
You have my thanks for giving them hope, but I fear for their future. They cannot escape these swamps. They do not have the strength. Armadia has not gifted me the grace to heal, nor the strength to fight. There is nothing more I can do. Very well. If you insist. I told the Seeker that the soul-forged weapons of Brachus Rex remain hidden in a vault, but the Magisters recovered them before he could. Gareth failed to reach the armory in time. But there is another vault, hidden beyond the Magister's guile. If you can steal away these weapons, your friends may well stand a chance. But beware, such items are of limited power. If they cease to function, speak to me. I will be able to help. Armadia's blessings on you. But pray, this vault also contains relics of great power. Soul jars. If you return these to me intact,
I could make an offering of them to Armadia, her blessing could save many lives. See that you do.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Soon we'll be done. Proud to have you at my side.
And? Have you found them? Did you bring the soul jars? They are relics of great power. Please, you must give them to me. If I can make an offering of them to Armadia, it could aid your cause. Questions? There is no time for questions. Just give me the jars. It matters not. All that matters is that you give it to me. No. Stop! Wait!
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries. You stare into the empty eye sockets of the undead creature before you.
I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage. Craven wretch, do your duty. Please, return the jar to me. You must. You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Please, I need it. Please give it to me. Hiding. Impatient.
She reaches up and tears off her mask.
You dare speak to me? I have waited centuries. I have been patient enough. Return to me what... No!
She dives forward, hands outstretched, but the urn slips through her fingers. As it strikes the ground, the jar shatters like glass.
No. No, no, no! Oh, Armadia, forgive me.
Holding her head in her hands, her bones start to fall to the ground, one by one, where they slowly melt to dust. Eventually, her mask clangs to the ground, leaving just her robe fluttering in the breeze.
It's peaceful here,
Did you see?
but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
He's here to take us home.
Served me well, sir.
And? Have you found them? You have? That's wonderful, of course. But tell me, did you see anything else? Did you...
She seems shocked for a moment, but as you walk away, she calls after you.
Please, they must be there. You must return. You must... And? Have you found them? You have? They are relics of great... You must give them to me. If I can make an offering of them to Armadia, it could aid your cause. This is wrong. This isn't mine. Where is mine? Where is my soul jar? This isn't what I need. There is another soul jar, inscribed with my name. Please, I beg you, bring questions. There is no time for questions. Just... You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Hiding.
She reaches up.
You dare. I have been patient enough. Return to me what is mine. Return my soul, you insolent pup. Craven wretch. Please, return the jar to me. This is wrong. This is questions. There is no time for it matters not. All that matters is that you give... No.
She reaches up.
I have waited centuries. Watching...
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiano.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face. I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex, but more than his lover. I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen. You don't understand. No one understands. My heart held such fear, but with Brachus I was safe. He needed me, and I needed him. As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous. Armadia, forgive me. It's true. As he grew distant, I just pushed harder. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came. Until I turned them over to him. Now all's poisoned, and the dead are restless. There would be justice in that. My crimes were great, but in Armadia's grace I find forgiveness. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too. You may be skeptical as you wish, but my grief was true. Through Armadia I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil, but Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death he commanded me. Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free. Since then, I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused. And now...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, sister.
She seems about to speak, but pauses before turning back to the statue.
Safe and sound.
My thanks, friend. I would say I owe you my...
He's here to take us home.
You've done well so far. Keep it up.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
The jar sits still. It seems to have revealed all the something inside you struck.
I told you, lass. We'll be in no time.
Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
The jar sits still. The source flows out of the jar.
I pray you will strengthen them and set their blades aflame. I pray you will bless their arms, so no curse.
You come at last. I'd no doubt you'd find your way to us. Not after witnessing your bravery. I know you seek answers. I'll tell you what I can. We'd just landed on shore. Minutes later, Dallas sailed in on the Lady Vengeance, screaming like a banshee. We had no hope. Most of us were dead in the blink of an eye. She had horrors at her side. Shriekers, they call them. They still protect the harbor, firing pure death at anything that catches their eyes. The Lady Vengeance is still anchored there too. Lucian, save us from whatever plot Dallas is concocting on it. Well, I had a plan. Gratiana told me of weapons that could counter these shriekers. Purging wands that steal source from its host. I went to that armory looking for one of these wands, but Alexander's bootlickers stumbled in first. I found nothing but dust and blood. We've got to find a way to silence those shriekers. If we do that, the Lady Vengeance is ours. Freedom is ours. You do? But that's incredible! I can only imagine what ghoul-ridden depths you braved to find one. I had no doubt. You bring me hope, sorcerer. I'll gather the other seekers and travel to shore. Meet us there. You have spoken to a god?
Gareth stares intently, not so much at you as through you.
Yes, I see something there. But it's not for me to say. I must get you to Malady. She will know. She was imprisoned on the Lady Vengeance. One of the few of us not left to rot on the sand and sun. All the more vital we take the ship from the Magisters. Godwoken. There is no shame in finding solace in shelter. Or do you feel much guilt in enjoying the peace of the sanctuary? Here we stand less chance of catching Dallas's eye. These horrors she commands, shriekers she calls them. They still protect the harbor, firing pure death at anything that moves near. The Lady Vengeance is still anchored there too. Well, I went to that. We've got to find a way to silence those shriekers. If we do that, the Lady Vengeance time's a luxury when the Void approaches. It's good to see you. Let's talk. Gratiana told us about wands that siphon source from its host. A purging wand will rot those shriekers. Only when they are stilled will the Lady Vengeance be ours. I can't imagine anyone more capable. Lucian truly shines his... See Gratiana. She knows every songbird and blade of grass on this isle. I'd go myself, but she seems, shall we say, dissatisfied with my recent failure.
I think I dodged the hall of echoes there.
The Lady Vengeance waits offshore, ready to sail for a righteous cause. Find a purging wand. Alexander's shriekers will rot. You do? But that's... I had no doubt. You bring me hope, sorcerer. I'll gather the other seekers and travel to shore. Meet us there as soon as you can.
Gareth's voice echoes throughout the Enclave with such command it could rouse a fawn to action.
We move, seekers. Now is the time to resist. The Lady Vengeance will be ours!
The others wouldn't let me join them for the fight. You should get moving, though. They'll need you at their side.